In these changing times, artists and performers across Central Florida are creating very new ways to connect with the world. They're sharing their gifts and inspiring others through social media right from their living rooms. It's all starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm Renata Sago, your host. Let me tell you, the other day I'm scrolling through social media. I'm coming across the usual, you know, the selfies, memes, hashtags. I'm scrolling. Then I see this announcement about a virtual recital happening at the exact moment I'm scrolling, and it's from the students at the Osceola County School for the Arts. It's their final recital of the year. I'm thinking, okay, let me check this out. So I click, and bam, it's like I'm transported to this world of jazz bands and theater monologues and classical musicians. The experience was amazing, and you're gonna see some of those performances today. But first, we're gonna hear from one of the brains behind the virtual recital. His name is Mark Connors. He's assistant principal of the Osceola County School for the Arts. Hey, Mark.
Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
Oh, awesome. Just living in this new work world of not seeing many kids in a school day. It's kind of an interesting challenge.
Yeah, well, we for sure saw them. I mean, you worked with a lot of students to put together the virtual recital. We're talking about 100 students, majority Latino. Some of these kids live in Osceola County, some of them live in Orange County. How did you orchestrate something of that magnitude?
It really was into the hard work of our arts teachers. We basically put out to the teachers and said, hey, we normally do a live recital here every month. The last Wednesday of every month is usually our live recital. And we were like, we had been in this situation of digital learning for a while, and we were like, we really want to have a little sense of our normal practices here. And what we said is, like, we'd like to try to do this live recital. So guys, we've got to put together some semblance of what we would normally do in a recital, but they're going to have to be remote, and learning, the kids couldn't be in the same room together. They couldn't do anything. And I really give my hat to the hard work of their teachers, and came up with some really creative ideas on how to do collaborative pieces together while not being able to be in the same room. So, and then I really also have got to give it to our technical side of everything was one of my teachers, Mr. Olivo, Mr. Alvin Olivo. He was fantastic. He really did the lion's share of putting everything together as far as the technical side of piecing the pieces together. Everyone kind of recorded their things on their own and all sent them to him. And with him, and he happens to have a son who goes to our school here who his name is Isaac. I have to give him a lot of credit.
Shout out
Mr. Olivo and Isaac Olivo, they really did the lion's share of putting all the things together. Everyone kind of set them separate pieces, and they all put it all together to work together. And, so that really was a collaboration of all of our arts teachers and Mr. Olivo, our technical. He's one of our CTE teachers, does digital media stuff.
My goodness. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, it's clearly a full production, and it had the high production quality. What's most impressive is the range of talent. I mean, you've got these jazz artists, you've got people who are doing monologues. There's something really fascinating about the school. You guys have had some students, you've gone off to Jazz at Lincoln. I mean, you've actually experienced some of these students transition from getting their training to go off to New York?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, one of the things that it's really exciting, our kids have gone on to, when they've been with us, and then after they've left us, they've gone on to really some great stuff. I've had the pleasure of traveling with the kids to New York to go to the Essentially Ellington Festival a couple of times for our jazz kids. We were really sad this year that our kids were invited to go participate in the Savannah Music Festival for the Swing Central Jazz Festival up there, but due to COVID, it ended up being canceled. So those jazz kids are really they were really glad to be able to put something together for recital, and I thought they did a real fantastic job. It's been really exciting to see where the kids go, once they leave us here too. So it's been a real pleasure, and they've gone on to some of the best art schools and some of the best traditional colleges, and universities throughout the country. So it's been a real honor to be where I am here.
That is an honor, and we know that some of the kids are based in Osceola County and some of them are in Orange County. You've shared some of the performances from these very talented students of the Osceola County School for the Arts. Let's check them out now.
What's playing at the OPAC?
I'll tell you what's playing at the OPAC. Absolutely nothing, because Corona canceled everything, and the seniors don't even get to have their graduation at the OPAC.
That's what's playing at the OPAC.
What's on everyone's mind?
I'll tell you what's on everyone's minds.
Everyone is worried about their show being canceled, and they're gonna lose their mind. That's what's on everyone's mind.
What's in the Oxa News?
I'll tell you what's in the Oxa News. Teachers are doing online learning, and everyone's gonna blow a fuse. That's what's on the Oxa News. Corona is the thing that has hit them, and it looks like Ox is just another victim. Yes, sir!
My piece is St. Joan by George Bernard Shaw in the role of Joan. Yes, they told me, you fools, that I was not to listen to your fine words nor trust your charity. You promised me life, but you lied. You think that life is nothing but not being stone dead. It's not bread and water I fear. I can live on bread, When have I asked for more? Bread is no sorrow for me, and water no affliction. But to shut me away from the light of the sky, and the sight of the fields and flowers, to chain my feet, so that I may never again ride with the soldiers nor climb the hills, to make me breathe this foul, damp darkness, to keep me away from everything that brings me back to the love of God, when your wickedness and foolishness tempt me to hate him. All of this is worse than the furnace in the Bible that was heated 7 times. I could do without my war horse. I could drag about in a skirt. I could let the banners and the trumpets and the knights and soldiers pass me and leave me behind with the other women. If I could only hear the wind in the trees, and the larks in the sunshine, and the young lambs crying through healthy frost, and the blessed, blessed church bells that send my angel voices to me floating on the wind. But by you wanting to take these things away from me, away from any human creature, I know that your counsel is of the devil, and that mine is of God.
Why do you gotta get killed? You ain't as little as a mice. Now maybe George gonna let me tend those rabbits if he finds out you got killed. I'll tell George I found it dead, oh. But he'll know. He'll say you done it. Now just for that, you don't get to tell no you know what. Oh, God damn you! Why do you gotta get killed? Oh, no, George gonna let me. You wasn't big enough. I didn't know you get killed so easy. Maybe George won't care. This man, not the George. Thank you.
Here we go. 1, 2,
We are Saturday, Saturday, we are Saturday. Be wise, be smart, behave, my heart. Don't give up your card when he's so close. Be soft, be sweet, but be discreet. Don't go off your feet. He's too close for comfort. Too close for comfort. Not again. Too close to know just when to say when. Be firm, be fair, be sure, beware. On your guard, take care. Oh, there's such temptation. One thing leads to another. Too late to run for cover. He's much too close for comfort now. Be wise, be smart, behave, my heart. Don't give up your card when he's so close. Be soft, be sweet, but be discreet. Don't go off your feet. He's too close for comfort. Please, not again. Just when do I say when? Be firm, be fair, be sure, beware. On your guard, take care while there's such temptation. One thing leads to another. Too late to run for cover. He's much too close for comfort now.
phenomenal. Oh my goodness. Mark Connors of the Osceola County School for the Arts. How can we continue following you guys?
We're pretty active on our social media sites. You know, we have obviously our Facebook, the Instagram, Twitter, and we have a YouTube channel which we post a lot of our videos to. You can find pretty much our handle for all of them is at OCSA RTS Arts. So it's OCA Arts. So basically, OSC Arts is basically what you basically for, or you can just look for Osceola County School for the Arts on any of those social media platforms, and you should be able to find us. You know, it's yes. We post pretty regularly the accomplishments of our kids, and we like to show them off for it because they are some superly talented kids.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing these performances. We look forward to staying in touch. Wasn't that something? Thank you for tuning in to Live from Home. We're looking for more talent. I know it's out there. It's in you. All you have to do is submit your video to live@orangetvfl.net through Dropbox or WeTransfer, and we might use it on a future episode of Live from Home. Until next time, stay well.